respect, that we are not doing anyone any harm by being open. We are doing no harm. What proof is there that we've harmed anyone?
We stayed open again and we received lots of fines, visits from the police. That all led to eventually we went to court on the 17th of August for our trial.
Unfortunately, the district judge in this matter did decide that Grace Cards was not to be classed as a newsagent, and so it should have remained closed throughout the pandemic.
Now, here at Rebel News, we like to stick up for the underdog and the little guys, so we're going to continue to do that.
Just want to say a big thank you, guys, for you that follow Rebel News. I mean, from Allister and my perspective, we've just felt like it's a bit of a David and Goliath situation that we've been in really the last 18 months.
Warning. Censorship. Warning.
This is Lewis Brackpool reporting here in Droitwich, Spa for Rebel News, and today we're revisiting a Fight the Fines case where you might have remembered Lydia and Allister, the owner of Grace Cards and Books, where they had constant harassment from police and the council because they refused to have their businesses locked down. They've recently had a court case, so I'm here to find out how they got on. Could you keep us up to speed on what's been happening and go back as well to what originally has been happening?
So obviously lockdown was announced March, April 2020, and we didn't know quite what was going on. So we shut our shop for 12 weeks. And then it became clearer, obviously, that there wasn't so much of a panic as was first portrayed. So when it came to the second lockdown in November, we decided, based on finance and being able to run an ongoing business, that we would stay open and not close.
This is a substantial risk that you are facing by not adhering to the lockdown guidelines and based on what trading standards have advised you already.
We'll have to look into that.
If you want to look into that, I guess I can only go on what I've been told myself.
No, excuse me, you're not even giving us time to sort out what our rights are here. This is wait a minute, this is a business of 30 years here. And
I'm not disputing that.
We don't feel that that the law is right in this respect, that we are not doing anyone any harm by being open. We are doing no harm. What proof is there that we've harmed anyone?
So that was the second lockdown. That was sort of 4 or 5 weeks. We had council and police telling us that we would have to close and that if not, we would be fined. It was at that stage that Rebel News came on board with us and gave us the confidence, really, to keep going because of the support that was given to us by Rebel. And that led into the third lockdown starting on January the 6th, which was 3 months, I think. So that was a long lockdown. We stayed open again, and we received lots of fines, visits from the police, and but obviously we've had lots of support, continued support from Rebel to assurances to help us to fight these fines, which has been amazing. That all led to eventually we went to court on the 17th of August for our trial. And unfortunately lost on the basis of not being on the government's exempt list.
Whatever that means.
Whatever that means. You can have garden centres open and the big shops, B&M and Wilko's and Smith's and all those, but a little shop like ours was told to close, obviously. So so we were given a fine of £44,000 on the 17th of August. I mean, a little shop like ours and the amount of sales that we have, I mean, that's just insane. Yeah. So that's where we're at, really.
Thanks to your support at home, you've provided Lydia and Allister with the legal support that they needed. So now here is a clip of the lawyer and what they had to say.
Unfortunately, the district judge in this matter did decide that Grace Cards was not to be classed as a newsagent, and so it should have remained closed throughout the pandemic. This resulted in large fines being levied against Grace Cards, and it's our understanding that Rebel News have been kind enough to offer to help fundraise to ensure that this family-run business doesn't go bust. But we do wish Allister and Lydia the very best of luck for the future. Yeah, I think it was 50-50. It wasn't, as it's new law that's been introduced, it wasn't anything that we could rely on in terms of precedent. So it really was 50-50 going into it. And obviously we advised the clients of that at the time. So it was touch and go from the very beginning, really.
Just want to say a big thank you, guys, for you that follow Rebel News. I mean, from Allister and my perspective, we've just felt like it's a bit of a David and Goliath situation that we've been in really the last 18 months. You know, we are just the small guys in this situation. And it seems like the big stores, the big chains, the ones that with all the money have just been able to carry on regardless and stay open and sell all the same things that we've been selling. It's just the unjust nature of it. And to feel that, you know, we have actually taken it as far as going to trial on the 17th of August and then losing, pretty devastating, really, an experience that I think we'll never forget. And, you know, coming away with £44,000 of fines, I mean, it's just horrific. You know, and if you compare that to what sort of the big stores are taking in, you know, money-wise, you know, compared to our small store, yeah, it's just been pretty devastating, really. But, you know, we really just appeal to you to help out if you possibly can, and go to helpgracecards.com if that's possible, that you could help us. And thank you so much for your support over all this.
You've heard it here. Lydia and Allister unfortunately have lost this case, incurring a £44,000 fine against their small business. Now, here at Rebel News, we like to stick up for the underdog and the little guys, so we're going to continue to do that. So with your help, if you visit helpgracecards.com, you can help fight this unjust fine of £44,000 and help this small business carry on. Helpgracecards.com. Please give generously as well. This has been Lewis Brackpool reporting in Droitwich Spa for Rebel News.